Which one of these four answers is a solution to this equation here? Now notice all four of them have a square root in there, which tells me, if I get one like this, tells me I've got to use the quadratic equation. Okay, quadratic formula. All right? So this is the quadratic equation here because it has an x squared on it. All right? Okay, quadratic equation, we have to use a quadratic formula. Okay? And that says if ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, then x equals negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This is the formula that you must memorize. You must know it better than memorizing it, knowing it. Okay? Let's go back to ours. We have 3x squared minus 2x minus 4 equals 0. That's a quadratic equation. And a here is 3. The number in front of x squared is 3. B is minus 2. And c is the negative 4. And then we write our formula down. Okay? All right? Negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a, where b is a minus 2. So in place of the b, plug a negative 2. Now don't get that confused a little bit. This is the opposite of a minus 2. It's the opposite of b. So the opposite of a minus 2 is going to be a plus 2. We'll figure that out in a minute, but that's going to be a plus 2. You'll have a negative 2 right here. Okay. A here is what? The number in front of x squared is a, which is, so replace 3 here and down here also. And c is this number right here. C is the negative 4. Okay? So now what is the opposite of minus 2? Plus 2. And negative 2 squared is negative 2 times negative 2, which is, what's negative 2 times negative 2? 4. Now you have 4 times 3 is 12. You keep that negative, or that subtraction, whatever you want to call it. You're going to get 12. And negative 12 times negative 4, two negatives make a what? And 12 times 4 is, so replace the negative 12 and negative 4 with a 48. Okay? Then we're going to add 48 plus 4, 48 plus 4, okay, and get 52. Let's see, what is this? This is going to be 6 on the bottom too, isn't it? Okay, anyway, 52. 2 times 3 is, so we could make this smaller and go 2 times 3, which is 6. So I haven't really done anything. I just said 2 plus or minus the square root of 52 over 6. 2 plus or minus the square root of 52 over 6. Now we need to look at that 52. 52 is the same thing as 13 times 4. Okay? 13 times 4 is 52. And then you can split this into the square root of 4 and the square root of 13. Square root of 4, square root of 13. Then what is the square root of 4? It's 2, isn't it? So we have 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 13 over 6. Okay, so now we're going to factor out a 2 out of these two, the numerators, okay? Factor 2 out of here, you'll have 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times the square root of 13 is the square root of 13. You say 2 times 1 is 2 there also, couldn't you? Okay? This is over 6, okay? Then I can cancel the 2 and the 6. I can divide the 2 by 2 and the 6 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I end up with 1 plus or minus 1, the square root of 13, over 3. Okay? Which will be this answer. Okay? You can't pick this answer because that's a negative 1. Okay? We should have a plus 1. We should start off with a plus 1. And plus or minus the square root of 13, because 1 times the square root of 13 is square root of 13. You just don't have to write that 1. 1 plus or minus, okay, and it's going to be over 3. So we're going to pick this answer right here, 1 plus the square root of 13 over 3. The other solution is 1 minus the square root of 13 over 3. So C is our correct answer.